In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to edit footer using Webflow. We'll walk through getting to the right place in the Webflow designer, finding the footer layout you want, and then exploring the key styling controls so you can confidently tailor it to your site's look and feel. Start by opening your project in the Webflow designer. Once you're in the canvas, head to the Layouts panel. This is where Webflow keeps a library of pre-built sections. Use the search field and type the word highlight to quickly surface the items you need. When you see the highlighted result, select it. Then choose the Footer Dark option to place that footer on your page. If your library shows pagination, use the page control and click the number 2 to navigate through additional layout options. Do that again if needed to reveal all available variations. This is handy if you're browsing for alternatives before you commit. With the footer now on the canvas, click directly on it to make sure it's selected. You'll work mainly in the right-hand style panel. Before changing anything, take a quick look at variable modes. This view helps you understand and manage design tokens, like color and spacing variables, which keep your styling consistent across the site. Next, locate the display controls. Here you can switch the footer's layout behavior between block, flex, grid, and none. Try flex or grid if you want to align links and columns more precisely. Set it back to block if you just need a simple stacked layout. Use none only when you temporarily want to hide the element during design. Always check the canvas to see how these switches affect your structure. Open the size section to adjust width, height, and spacing. If something looks off, setting a dimension back to auto usually lets the element size itself naturally. Then move into Typography to update fonts, weights, and line height for your footer links and headings so they match your brand. Scroll to Effects to add or refine shadows, blurs, or other visual treatments. If you expand effects again, you'll see more advanced options. Keep things subtle so readability remains strong. Under Custom Properties, you can reference or adjust CSS variables if your project uses them, which is a powerful way to stay consistent at scale. Finally, switch to the Settings tab to review element-level options like tags or IDs, and then open interactions to connect animations, such as a gentle fade-in when the footer comes into view. That's it. You've located the footer, placed the footer dark layout, explored display, sizing, typography, effects, and variables, and reviewed settings and interactions. Use these controls thoughtfully